Salut ma baguette, welcome to l'Académie Équilibre et aujourd'hui on va faire C-clause. So let's begin then. Now this topic is extremely easy. If you know all of the tense that we've discussed, you're going to be able to grasp it really quickly. Okay, now what does it mean, C-clause? So C in French is if. And when do we use if? It is used for hypothetical situations, right? Like for example, I say, if I spoke German, I would go to Germany, right? It's not true. Okay, as in I'm providing you with a condition. Okay, now in French, there are three types of C clauses that we're going to discuss. Now the C clause is nothing new. Okay, we're not discussing something completely different. It's based off of your tenses. In fact, knowing this is going to make Mettez, temps, convenables a lot simpler for you. Alright? So first kind of hypothetical situation that we're going to discuss is related to your present. As in I told you, we're going to have combination of two tenses, okay? One is going to be present with C, okay? As in if this happens. Plus, now here, for the second part of your sentence, you again have three possibilities. It's nothing complicated, okay? I'm going to break it down for you. It's very straightforward, right? So it can either be your present, or it can be your impératif, or it can be your future simple. Now first thing you need to know for this first type, all of these are related to reality. As in whatever if is gonna happen, it is in our present reality, right? As in something is happening, something you're supposed to do, or something will happen. So for the first one, that is present plus present. So this is used for like automatic result, or you can say, general truth, or maybe even a fact. For example, if I say, now here I say, if I drink coffee, I sleep bad. Okay, as in, I'm giving you a condition. If I drink coffee, okay, what will happen? The automatic result of me drinking coffee would be that I will sleep bad. Okay, the condition is first I have to drink coffee. Okay, it is not happening, but it is very possible. And if it does happen, then automatically this will be the result. Okay, fine. Then second one is imperatif. This is even easier to identify in your mixed tenses. Why? Because imperatif has a very obvious indication. What is that? You will have your exclamation mark and no subject will be there. So that makes it very easy to identify. Why do we use this? Here I'm telling you that if this happens, what you're supposed to do, right? We use imperative to give commands or advice, right? So I'm telling you that if this happens in the present, this is what you're supposed to do, what you should do. Okay, for instance, so we have si tu vois Declan, appelle-moi, right? As in, we are saying, if this happens, as in if you see Declan, then what should you do? You should call me. Okay, again, very obvious why we're using imperative here. No subject is there. And then in your fill in the blanks, obviously an exclamation mark would be given to you. Then finally, third one, that is your C plus present plus future simple. Now this is more about if this happens in the present, this will happen as a consequence in the future. So first this needs to happen, only then this will happen. Again, it's an if thing, right? We'll take an example to understand it better. So I have, si tu viens, nous partirons ensemble. So this is my condition of you coming. Okay, only then we will get to leave together. Right, future sampler, infinitive plus ONS. As in first, you have to come. Okay, if the first action in the present does not happen, then obviously this future will not exist. Okay, as in this is my condition. Got it? So to sum up the first type of C clause, so the first one is basically about if this happens, this happens. Second one is about if this happens, this should happen. And finally, last one is about if this happens, this will happen. Now your job is going to be really easy. Why? Because in Mettez, temps, convenables, half part of the sentence will already be conjugated for you. Okay, so we have two tenses combination, right? One tense will be done for you. You're supposed to pick the other one. Fine. So for imperatif, it is very obvious, you can do it, right? The only thing is, when present is conjugated for you, you're supposed to pick whether you go with present or future sampler. And this depends a little bit on the meaning. Okay, you're going to roughly translate the sentence and see if it is like an automatic result or if it is a consequence in the future. Then we come to our next type of C clause, okay, which is very straightforward. We have C plus imparfait plus your present conditional, as in le conditionnel présent. Now, this is really important in terms of the meaning. Otherwise, this one is the simplest to do, because unlike your first one, this doesn't have subcategories, right? So here first you need to know what exactly we're talking about. Why are we using it? So first things first, this is used for your imagination, okay, your fantasies, or to talk about possibility. Again, a hypothetical situation, as in basically what we're trying to say is, if this happened, this would happen. We're talking about a condition in the past, right? So C will always go with your imparfait. Okay, and if something happened in the past, only then this present would be possible. You see the would? This is the structure we use for present conditional, right? I'll take an example to make it better. So I have two actions, right? One is si j'étais riche, and second one is j'achèterais un maison. Okay, so the first action is in the past as in imparfait, and it is a hypothetical condition. So if I were rich, I would buy a house. Okay, so first this condition needs to be true in the past, okay, as in I had to be rich in order for this to happen. It's not actually happening, it is a hypothetical situation, it is my imagination. So basically, the first action needs to be true in the past in order for the second action to happen in the present. You know how we say, right? If I studied more, I would top the exam, right? So for you to top the exam, first you had to study more. Okay? So it's purely your imagination. Again, for this combination, C plus imparfait plus present conditional, it can become true in the future if you fulfill this condition. Okay, as the name suggests, the present in itself is conditional. Okay, as in it is not your reality, it is an imaginary situation, like how you say an alternate universe, right? That. It is also used, purely for imagination. Like if I say, if I were a bird, I would fly everywhere. Can you be a bird? Obviously not, right? But if you were, okay, if that was true in the past, if it was a condition, then you would be able to fly. All right, again, the order can be switched in the exam. All you have to know is that C will always be imparfait. Okay, the sentence can be in any order, but your C has to be before imparfait. All right, so basically, I can also say it like this: Je volerais partout si j'étais un oiseau. Got it? Then finally, our third type of C clause, which CBSE definitely likes to give in mixed tenses. Now, this is a bit of a sad tense, okay, because it basically talks about regret. Both tenses are related to the past, right? Plus-que-parfait is your past perfect, and conditional du passé is also again related to your past. So here in this, both actions are already over. Okay, now nothing can be done, right? There's no hope. Okay, so let's take an example. I want to say, if I had studied, I would have succeeded. As in, I did not, right? It is over. I did not study when I had the time. Okay, and now I'm saying, if only I had done that. So, étudier in your plus-que-parfait becomes, so étudier is done with avoir as your helping verb, avoir conjugated in imparfait. So, j'avais, and étudier normal past participle. Then I would have succeeded. That means you did not succeed, because it is very obvious the first condition was not fulfilled. Okay, and now it cannot be. Réussir is done with avoir as your helping verb, avoir conjugated in present conditional. So I get aurait, and then réussir, IR verb, remove the R, you get your past participle. But now because the exam is done, so therefore we can say your situation is contrary to the past fact. Okay, What is my past fact? Avait étudié, had studied. Okay, it's not if I studied. It is not imparfait. Okay, and your situation of succeeding. Okay, contrary as an opposite. Okay, so your situation of succeeding cannot happen because you did not study. Okay, for you right now, you are studying, right? You still have the opportunity to succeed. So you're not in the plus-que-parfait past conditional state. Okay, so taking your example, you don't have to personally regret. Okay, you're still in the imparfait and present conditional state. As in, if you studied, you would succeed. Okay, so it is an imagination, a hypothetical situation. This, on the other hand, what we are discussing is already done. Nothing can be done about it. Okay, which is why we're expressing regret. All right, so these are our three types of C clauses. Okay, they're extremely straightforward, extremely easy. Okay, the only thing you need to know is the moment you see si in your sentence. Okay, you would have these three possibilities that you can work on. How do I choose which one? For you, obviously, half of the sentence would already be conjugated. Okay, generally with the C part. So it makes your answer very obvious. Okay, because you just have three types of combinations. Alright, so all you need to know is how this entire thing works, okay, which I've already explained. And then if you just practice a few questions, you can score full marks in Mettez, temps, convenables. Again, I already have a video on Mettez, temps, convenables. I have solved a sample paper, okay, 2-year sample paper for this particular question, wherein again you will find C clauses. Okay, so I've discussed that too, how to actually attempt it, so you can refer to that. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.